AngularJS step 8, RUD of the CRUD. Open the address, this one, at the address, this one, at the address we have the 4 PHP documents. On the page index.php, we have HTML with AngularJS directive and AngularJS JavaScript. The other 3 pages are delete.php, read.php, and update.php. Let's start it with the explanation of the scripts. Delete.php. At first, you have all script, and after that, here is end, and here beginning explanation. This part of the script is connection to the database CMS OOP. Constant for connection. $connection is variable object. Content of this variable is connection. To the variable $a is attached JSON decoded value of the $a menu ID $a is object calling menu ID, calling member menu ID. $a equal JSON decode, file get contents is argument, and argument, the variable $SQL equal SQL query with the where clause menu ID equal this value. $SQL equal delete from menu where menu ID equal value $a menu ID. To the object variable $statement is attached value $con calling method prepare argument SQL. $statement equal con prepare SQL. The object variable $stmt calls method execute. The row was deleted. We will see soon how did AngularJS JavaScript on the index.php calls the page delete.php. read.php. Again, we have constant, we have object connection. $SQL is SQL a query. But I read it here. The page read.php brings all the table menu to index.php. This part of the script read.php connects read.php to database CMS OOP. Here it is, constant. Object connection. Here are variables $SQL and $STMT. STMT, if execute pass all right, it means the data from table menu is attached to the variable $STM. If STMT execute, the loop will organize data in the array $y. This square brackets means array. While loop while, in the end, we have JSON encoding of the array $y. The data from the table menu go to index.php in JSON format. We can see JSON format if we open the address. Here is JSON format. We will see soon how did AngularJS JavaScript calls the page read.php. Update.php. The variable $a grabs data from the form update on the index.php. $a to variable $a is attached data from index.php, from update form. The variable $SQL equal SQL statement update with question marks instead values. Here is question mark. The variable $params contains the values from the index.php, the form update. This is value from form update. Send the $SQL to the database. Send the $params to the database. Index.php. On the beginning of the page is the directive ng-up equal CRUD-up. The CRUD-up is the name of the AngularJS application. In AngularJS JavaScript, that name is an argument of the Angular.module. Following is upload of the Angular min.js. Upload Angular min.js. The directive ng controller converts the entire body, covers the entire body. The name of the directive is CRUD control. the directive ng-init, based on the JavaScript event onload, executes the JavaScript immediately after a page has been loaded. It means that the function allRecords is going to start immediately after the page index.php has been loaded. The variable $scope columns names contains entire table menu in the JSON format. After loading the page and processing the function allRecords, we see on the screen this with help of the read.php. The structure of table has directive ng-repeat that play the role of loop, row by row from JSON format, coming in row by row of the table. This is. The directive ng-include calls the function CRUD template x that decides which of the two templates is going to play. Edit form or CRUD table. The two templates are edit form and CRUD table. In the hidden input, it is happen the click. If it is happen the click on the edit button, it is edit button, ng-click directive. The function visible edit form, this function, started. The function angular.copy x loaded the actual row in the form edit form. In the edit form, there is the hidden input. The directive ng-model equal to form edit ID contains the value of the menu ID. The ng-model transfers the value of the menu ID to the scope, $scope. The data from $scope form edit goes to update.php. The update.php is API to database. The row of the table menu with menu ID equal form edit.x.menu ID is going to update. After updating data in the row, of the table menu, it follows refreshing data by the function. And clearing form edit by instruction. Curly brackets means object, and square brackets means JSON. If there is a click on the button delete, The directive ngClick calls the function delete row with argument menu ID. The function delete row with the argument menu ID has for argument the value menu ID that has been clicked. It is alert method post URL delete.php data menu ID. It is JSON format. The data in JSON format has been transferred to the page delete.php by method post. After successful deleting of the row in table menu, it is follows feedback alert and the function $scope all records. The function $scope all records refreshes entire rows that remains after deleting. Thank you for watching, and for now it is the end of this playlist. If you like it, you can subscribe down behind this video, on the button behind this video. See you again.